Welcome back to Physical Chemistry Laboratory. In today's laboratory class, I am going to demonstrate Freundlich adsorption isotherm. The aim of this experiment is to verify the application of Freundlich adsorption isotherm to the physical adsorption of acetic acid over activated charcoal. So before demonstrating this experiment, I would like to discuss about what is isotherm, what is adsorption isotherm, what is adsorption, adsorbate, adsorbent, and then Freundlich adsorption. Isotherm is nothing but a curve obtained at constant temperature is called isotherm. Adsorption isotherm means a curve obtained for adsorption process at constant temperature is called adsorption isotherm. What is adsorption? Adsorption is a process which involves accumulation of particles or substances or atoms on the surface. Okay. What is adsorbate? A substance which gets adsorbed on the surface. What is adsorbent? A substance which attracts the other substances, other particles to its surface. Okay. Now Freundlich adsorption. What is Freundlich adsorption? Freundlich is a German physicist. He did lot of research on gas adsorption on the solids. He gave a relation between quantity of gas adsorbed per unit mass of solid and pressure. He gave a relation between quantity of gas, that is X, adsorbed on unit mass of solid, that is M, and pressure. This is the relation. So according to his research work, he got this curve. Let us see here what it indicates. See, this is lower pressure region, this is intermediate pressure region, this is high pressure region. So in the high pressure region, in this region, the amount of gas adsorbed on unit mass of solid is constant. It is independent on the pressure. It is not completely independent of on the pressure. In high pressure region, the amount of gas adsorbed on unit mass of solid is independent on the pressure in high pressure region. Okay, this is constant. So in lower pressure region, the amount of gas adsorbed per unit mass of solid is linearly increasing with the pressure. Okay, this is indicated with X by M proportional to P naught. This is represented with X by M directly proportional to P. In intermediate pressure region, the amount of gas adsorbed per unit mass of solid is directly proportional to pressure to the power of N, where N is constant, whose value is less than 1. Okay, this is what Freundlich got for his research work. So same thing is applicable to the solution. Since the verification of gas adsorption on solid is very difficult in our chemistry laboratory, because it is very difficult to maintain different kinds of pressures. So that is why we are going to verify the application of Freundlich adsorption isotherm to the physical adsorption of acetic acid in the solution form over a activated charcoal. And now I am going to demonstrate Freundlich adsorption isotherm using acetic acid as a adsorbate and activated charcoal as a adsorbent. Okay, now I am following a systematic procedure. Before that, I will show what are the apparatus required. The apparatus required for this experiments are 5 reagent bottles. These are reagent bottles. Okay, and 5 funnels and 5 100 ml beakers. Okay, and burette, conical flask, filter papers. Okay, so the chemicals required for this experiment are sodium hydroxide and acetic acid phenolphthalein indicator. Okay, now standardize the stock solution. Standardize the stock acetic acid by titrating it against the standard sodium hydroxide using phenolphthalein indicator. Call this value as C naught. I know, I hope all of you know how to standardize the acetic acid using titrating against sodium hydroxide using phenolphthalein indicator. We have already done. The value is 0.564. This is represented with or indicated with C naught, the concentration of acetic acid. This is stock solution, stock acetic acid. Okay. Now take 5 reagent bottles with stoppers and label them as A, B, C, D and E. Okay. Place 1 gram of weighed activated charcoal. This is 1 gram. Okay. place this activated charcoal in the corresponding reagent bottles. Now I am adding this activated carbon over the funnel. Okay, the next one. Okay. I have added 1 gram of activated charcoal in each bottle. So in this bottle I have already added 1 gram of activated charcoal over the funnel. Now you can see this table here. The first column is serial number A, B, C, D, E. I have already labeled. Now I have added 1 gram of activated charcoal in all the bottles A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Now place different volumes of the stock solution. This is the stock solution. Place different volumes of the stock solution of acetic acid in the bottles and add required volumes of water such that the total volume in each bottle is 60 ml. So as mentioned in this table, in A bottle add 60 ml of acetic acid, 0 ml of water. In B bottle add 40 ml of acetic acid and 15 ml of distilled water. Then in the third bottle, C bottle, add 30 ml of acetic acid, 30 ml of distilled water, and D a reagent bottle, add 15 ml of acetic acid, 45 ml of distilled water. Okay, this is unknown. This bottle is used for unknown. In your exam, we give unknown volume of acetic acid. So in this, for example, we are going to add 25 ml. So in exam, this value is not known to you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we have already added in this bottle 60 ml of acetic acid. Now transferring it into the reagent bottle over the funnel. This beaker contains 45 ml of acetic acid, 15 ml of distilled water. This beaker contains 30 ml of acetic acid, 30 ml of distilled water. This beaker contains 15 ml of acetic acid, 45 ml of distilled water. The total volume is 60 ml. Okay, it got stuck. Meanwhile, we will add in another reagent bottle. So this is unknown volume of acetic acid, 25 ml of acetic acid and 35 ml of distilled water. We will take it as unknown. unknown volume of acetic acid. Now we have taken different concentrations of acetic acid in 5 bottles as per given in this table. Okay, you can calculate the concentration corresponding to these values. You can mention in these boxes. Okay, now after this, remove these funnels and stopper the bottles. Shake these bottles for 30 minutes on shaking machine. Yeah. Okay. So now we have placed all these 5 bottles, all 5 reagent bottles on shaking machine. Now we are starting this machine for shaking about 30 minutes. Here you please remember, do not keep while it is shaking. Turn off it, then you place all the bottles on the machine, then turn it on. We have to allow it to stand for about 30 minutes. After shaking about 30 minutes on shaking machine, filter the contents into a series of 100 ml beakers. You can see the filtration. Yeah. Now this filter paper became wet. Okay. Filter the contents into a series of 100 ml beakers after discarding a few ml of the initial filtrate. So this filtrate must be discarded. Okay. So after discarding initial filtrate, again filtrate and collect the again filter and collect the filtrate. In same way, we have already filtered other reagent bottles and taken in 100 ml beakers after discarding initial filtrate A, B, C, D, E. So we have already taken the filtrate of A reagent bottle. Now pipette out 20 ml of A reagent bottle filtrate into the conical flask. We have already pipette out 20 ml of A bottle filtrate and add phenolphthalein indicator. Titrate against sodium hydroxide. This is filtrate of A reagent bottle. Burette reading was at 0 initially. Now the color of the solution changes colorless to pale pink. That is the end point. As it approaches the end point, add drop by drop slowly. Now observe the color in the conical flask. Yeah, now color turns to pale pink. Acetic acid got neutralized. Read the burette reading. Read lower meniscus here. It is 21.5. 21.5 ml. Enter in the table. 20 ml filtrate of a bottle. Initial value 0. 21.5. In same way, you have to pipette out 20 ml from each beaker and titrate against sodium hydroxide by adding phenolphthalein indicator. Note down the burette reading and calculate the concentrations, corresponding concentrations. These are actually called equilibrium concentrations. The initial concentrations I have already calculated. I entered into the table. Now you have to calculate the equilibrium concentrations by using the volume of NaOH and enter in this table. So the equilibrium concentration is nothing but the concentration of acetic acid left over after adsorption. Okay. From the initial concentration and equilibrium concentration, we can calculate or estimate the amount of acetic acid adsorbed on the charcoal using this equation. So the remaining calculations will be discussed in the theory class.